Molly does not appear to be the most out-of-pocket character of the week for some reason. It should come as no surprise that I would say that is Owen. On the basis of that look he shoots when he sees them in the elevator and gasp. Beckman has her hand on Teddy's shoulder to comfort her after a stressful day. I'm thinking that he might not be over it yet. He might claim that he completely forgives Teddy for that kiss from Cass Beckman, who is going to be playing the role of Cass Beckman, even though it was completely not Teddy's fault. When Owen sees that his childhood friend Nora has returned to Gray Sloan for a follow-up session after she showed up with a surgical complication a few weeks ago, he appears to be completely ecstatic. This kind of grumpiness is a highly comic situation, considering that Owen appears to be completely starry-eyed. What's the most exciting part? After shooting Teddy the Judge Judy look in the elevator, Owen quickly storms off and decides to offer Nora a ride back to her hotel. He does this after checking his notes regarding the situation. Who among the staff at this medical facility is unaware that we are currently in the midst of a crisis? Is there a single individual who unquestionably feels the pressure of this gloomy occasion? That would be Mika Yasuda, who is making her return to the workforce for the very first time since the untimely passing of her sister. She is acting in a strange manner, such as coming into the morgue and remarking, "It's nice in here." Her hair is greasy, her eyes are blank, and she is doing other strange things. Unruffled and tranquil, not surprisingly, she loses her cool the moment she notices a patient suffering from heat stroke beginning to collapse, and she rants at Bailey for letting him pass away. To set the record straight, Bailey is the one who comes to his rescue, however. It is evident that Yasuda is experiencing a bit of a crisis and is not thinking clearly. It is unfortunate that this promising surgeon is going to end his career on such a depressing note, but unfortunately it appears that this is exactly what is occurring. Yasuda's friends, and Millen in particular, do all in their power to convince her to remain, but in the end she is unable to stomach the thought of remaining in Gray Sloan, the location where her sister passed away. After everything is said and done, she conveys to Bailey that she does not believe she will be able to return, not even in a few weeks, not ever. Millen discovers her as she is packing up her locker, and he appears to be heartbroken to see her leave, but I don't really understand why he feels that way. Is it reasonable to infer that she and Yasuda are unable to continue dating despite the fact that they are employed in different locations? Is it possible that this relationship is too near to the personal tragedy that Yasuda has experienced? It is not clear. It is my hope that we will have additional responses to that question within the next couple of weeks, because at the moment I am having a hard time making sense of it. Where the hell does Ben get off for disobeying Chief Altman's orders? This is another question that does not compute. Before he finds out that she wants him to use his knowledge as a first responder and take over administrative responsibilities instead of scrubbing in, he expresses his excitement at being on her service. If you are passing out from heat stroke, you can still see the look of disappointment on his face from a mile away. Even if you are passing out, you still see it. Could this be the reason why he disobeys her directive to transfer trauma patients to other hospitals? I understand that Ben is simply acting in the capacity of the first responder that Teddy requested of him, and I actually agree with his assessment that the other hospitals were even less equipped than the one that Ben was attending. At the same time, if he truly feels it, he ought to put on his big boy scrubs and confront Altman in front of her. He should not only make his argument once, but then agree to do what she suggested, and then do the opposite behind her back. Where do we even begin? Insubordination is something that the doctors of Gray Sloan take great pleasure in, therefore there is absolutely no possibility that this will come back to hurt him in any way. Nevertheless, it is simple to comprehend why Teddy requires that shoulder touch from Beckman. It is not as if Owen was doing anything to alleviate the stress that she was experiencing. It would be far too helpful of him to do that.